Welcome to Coffee with Carrie. Please, please stop ignoring incompatibility. You are not doing yourself any favors. You're making things way harder on yourself and having expectations of a partner of things they cannot deliver to you. I want to talk to you a little bit about this because you're getting in your own way. And if you keep repeating this pattern over and over, you know what happens over and over again? You end up either with the wrong person for long periods of time until you realize you've made a mistake, or you make a bigger mistake, end up with this person with a huge commitment to them and realize much later, holy cow, this is not the person for me. I don't want that to happen to you. So I hope that this is intriguing or interesting to you. And ignoring signs of incompatibility, that's what's on the agenda today. I wanted to tell you that people cannot, they will not, they are incapable of changing. So we often think it's just this one thing and they can work on it, or I can mellow out about it. If I tell them about it, certainly they'll want to stop doing that or start doing that. Sometimes it's people's very nature, these things about them that just don't work for us, that we overlook or de-emphasize or think, figure it out along the way. People do this to themselves and they end up with somebody who can't change for them because nobody really can. Not nature things for sure. Picking up clothes off the floor, yeah. Not being able to choose their own socks and shoes that match or whatever, that can be taught. Changing who somebody is, what they value, parts of their personality, if they cannot provide for you, most important, the things that you need, the things that make you feel important, make you feel loved, make you feel like you've got a partner in this and that you're important and cherished. You're not going to come across that. They're not going to fall into that later so that you can feel great about this relationship. You've set yourself up for failure because this person that you've decided to be with isn't a person who's capable or can give you that or do that for you. You're in the wrong relationship. And I know you're thinking, well, I guess I'll just have to fix this. But there's a problem with that. You can ask them to change and meet your needs because you love me, don't you? Of course I do, they say to you. Well, then I need this from you. I need you to show me this or tell me this or help me understand this or be there for me in these moments. And of course, you're going to be disappointed again because it wasn't there at the beginning. It's not there now. And they may be a great person, but they're not your person. And the problem is this. It's really hard to walk away from somebody when you have had all this time with them to fall in love with their potential. You've created in your mind what this could be if only they could change these things or be what you need them to be. There's a whole movie in your head about what this could be and what this relationship is, with minus that one little piece. And you love this person for all these things that they are and that you've created in your mind, your imagination, your fantasy of this relationship, that it's very, very difficult to extricate yourself from this situation and walk away because you're not suited to each other. You are still in love with the possibility that this fantasy could be real, and it can't. And you know that. If you ask yourself straight out in your moment of quiet contemplation, is there a chance this person can be this, what I need? We be happy together? Could we be there for each other and on the same team and give each other everything the other one needs in a partner? I think you'll easily come to your answer, but it's hard to say, but we can work it out for other reasons because I love them. You can rationalize that you love them despite that. But that's where all the pain and heartache comes in for a lot of people. I have therapist friends who say that that's one of the biggest problems, is that people love each other, but they cannot be there for each other in the way the other person needs them to. It's just not that they don't care, they just are incapable. And the sad part about it is that Let's say it's the man and the woman cannot just give him what he needs in a relationship. He continues asking for what he needs, and she continues to say, yeah, I can do that, or I can try, or of course, I love you. But he's putting her in the position where she's bound to fail every single time, despite wanting to do it. Because why? It's just not in her. She doesn't have it. It's not in her nature. It's not who she is. She can't give what she's never had before, maybe, and what she doesn't have to give. So it's unkind to have a partner who you constantly need more from than what they can offer. So I made this episode just because I think I may be catching you before you get into a long-term relationship like this one, so that you can be on the lookout for it and that you can be honest and truthful with yourself and really take a look and figure out if this person, having all these fantastic things you really want and you really love about them and could really work, but something really important is missing. Don't be that unkind to not only them, but to yourself, and allow yourselves to start creating a life together that's only going to end up with both of you torturing each other because you're not compatible. Compatibility is really important, and I think people talk about it without thinking about what it looks like to be with somebody when you don't have compatibility. And if you're really confused about what this compatibility is, I'll just give you one example that came to my mind, which is somebody who's really uptight and anxious and is really just likely to spin out in small ways because they can let their mind play different scenarios that are negative, and they're a worrier. Having a partner who is calm and reassuring and has a presence about them that makes this other person chill out, makes them feel like, oh, I don't really have to worry about it because this person has assured me, and I've seen it, that they're not going to stress out and help me get all wound up. I can just calm down and know that they'll take care of it. They'll be there for me in that way to remind me why it's okay. So this person, if they have a person like that, has found a really compatible person. Their two types of personalities work for each other. One is a little bit more high-strung. The other one is just very calm and reassuring. And together, those people are happy because they can be there for each other, support each other, and one person can give the other, in their shortcomings, something to make them feel better and like the team is a success. If that person who has this anxiety and the tendency from their childhood to always think the worst or that bad things are going to happen gets partnered with somebody who cannot ever reassure them, this person is always just going to make you spiral even more and raise the level of anxiety and stress and worrying and worst case scenarios. You two are going to never be able to chill out and enjoy each other. They can't be that reassuring person because reassuring is not how they grew up. It's nothing they inherited. It's nothing they've seen examples of. They can't give it. They don't have it. I don't know if that was the greatest example, but hopefully it got my point across. You can't get blood from a turnip would be the adage that I would use for this episode. Do I have one for every episode? Probably do. So I encourage you to look for compatibility. It's not just, oh, he made me heart go pitter patter, or my gosh, she makes me smile the minute she walks in the room, or we get along really great. We have the same opinions on this, that, and the other. That's why sometimes it takes a while to get to know somebody on that next level before you make a commitment to them. They say what? Date somebody through all 4 seasons to really truly know them. And that could be true because there'll be lots of opportunities within that year. I know everybody doesn't wait a year, but there would be lots of opportunities in a year to see if somebody's shortcomings, and we all have them, if their shortcomings are things they can't have shortcomings in, if they're going to be with you because you need that in a partner. Knowing yourself, but also seeing how you feel in this relationship and how the interactions flow, which direction, where you feel you're getting what you need and where you feel like you're being shorted or it's just not working. Those are important, and that's what that dating period is for, to figure that out. So you don't end up 5 years down the road having combined your families or starting a family and realize that you're asking this person to be somebody they're not and to give you things they absolutely cannot. All right, I hope you found that interesting or helpful. If you did, please give the episode a thumbs up. My mom, she says, yeah, do that. And I really hope that you'll take the time to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. Come back for more conversations about dating and relationships. And if you need some help out there in the dating world, in real life, meeting people in the wild, make sure that you grab that free guide from down in my description box below. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, have a good one.